All right, guys. We're just doing a little time of meditation, prayer, whatever you want to call it. We need some understanding today. So as we get ready, Lord, we need your peace. We need your understanding. We need your wisdom to speak today. Your wisdom to share today. To teach. Yes. Okay. As we get ready, I want you guys just to look at this as a time that a new time to teach, to bring understanding. And this time right now, God, as we get ready, just give me the wisdom to speak your word. Not your word, but your understanding of goodness, what is good, and what needs to be taught, what is right, what is truth. Yes. Jesus. Name. So listen, guys, I'm gonna get ready right now, and we're gonna start. I want to bring some understanding to a subject that I believe is very, 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 very important. And I was putting out one that I did yesterday, and I don't know what happened, but our sound was just jacked up. But it's all right because I was gonna come on here anyways. I do a couple on YouTube, and I like to do everything different on each channel, but I haven't came on here yet because I feel that right here is where I was going to really bring that second part in it. So I want to talk to you about I hear a lot of, okay, first of all, I went and did some of my own investigation. When someone says something's going on with the police department or something's going with this and that, and I say, you know what, let me look into it. So I'll get online and I'll start looking, I'll start investigating, I'll start looking at videos, I'll start looking at different cities. All you gotta do is tap in different cities and see overall what's going on. What's the temperature in that city? What's that Facebook look in that city, this. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I was blown away. I was blown away what's happening in America today. That everybody says, well, police brutality has been around for a long time. Yes. And yes, in the 60s was, we understand there was waves of, but we are in 2025 now. And I'm going to tell you the difference. And I taught a little bit on one video, but one video is not going to get the message out. Listen, there's a new breed of police coming in. And these guys have been planning to be police officers for years and years and years and years. Like this has been their goal. This is what they wanted. They couldn't get into Marine Corps. They couldn't get into the Army for whatever reason. They didn't have the guts. They didn't have the fire for it. I don't know, whatever. They couldn't pass the test. They couldn't do the boot camp. It was just too much for them. And most of these guys are guys, and I've said it before, are guys that got picked on through the years in school, and they were they even say most of these guys were even kind of like loners, have a really small group of people they even hung around with. But when they became police officers, it was like their purpose came to life. They became somebody. They became part of a group. And what I seen, man, was these guys, man, listen, the worst thing about it is they don't know their own laws. They don't know the Fourth Amendment. They don't understand what our rights are. That's why they go around and they abuse every citizen's, first thing every police, every video that I've seen, the first things that come out of their mouth is, do you have ID? And every state almost in America is a no stop and ID state. In other words, you can't just walk up to somebody and say, can I see your ID? For what? What did I do? They don't care. Nothing. I just want your ID. I want to run your name. I want to go fishing. Because they believe out of the 4 or 5 things that they're looking for, you're going to have one of them. Now, when you're driving, that's different. But I'm talking every person, every citizen. If it's someone sitting in the park, someone just walking down the street, well, you look like somebody, or they come up with anything, and then you tell them, what kind of crime do you suspect me of? Can you articulate that? Do you suspect me of a crime? Of course yes, I suspect you. Okay, but it's not just, you can't just suspect me. You got to be able to articulate. They don't understand the word articulate. Can you break it down? Can you give me an understanding what you think I did, or what I'm guilty of, or what you suspect me of doing? These guys are like super cops, man. And another thing you notice is that they tuck in their pants, like because the Marine Corps and the Army, they tuck in their pants and their boots. So these guys, they put on these uniforms, man, and they put these big old vests on. They put all these gadgets on, right? They put these, all these little guns and, all their guns on there, and their stun guns on the other side. You know what I'm saying? They got like flashlights, and they got these vests that they always, they all stand like this, when you're talking to them, and they just get this attitude, man, when they put this thing on. And most of these young guys that are coming in the force, they're not like guys that we grew up with in the 80s, man. Cops were a certain way, but they were they were just a different group of guys. Like, they come on, hey guys, hey fellas. I remember cops like, hey homie, what's going on? What you guys doing, man? Being a little funny, but hey guys, they knew respect. They knew if they seen a group of guys standing there that, anything could pop off. So, they showed respect. But the main reason of me sharing this is for our kids, man. We have to educate, because what I've seen and doing my investigation, looking at these videos, and I've never really tripped on it before until recently, that the victims are kids, man. We're sending our children out there every day in the community, in their schools, walking home from school, going to stores. I mean, it happens in the most weirdest places where these cops just roll up on. They see a couple of kids just walking down the street. They look like, to them, gang members or whatever. Gangs ain't nothing like what it was when we were growing up. But our kids don't understand their rights. So if a cop comes up to them, and I'm going to tell you, the biggest ones I've noticed that don't know how to stand up, that were standing up for the rights, were the African Americans and Hispanic kids, man. Cops would roll up and just, hey, let me get your ID. You got ID? No, let me see. Okay, come over here, stand over here. Because they're scared. They're scared of police officers. Regardless of they're scared, they have rights. But man, a cop is arresting this African American kid, grabs him by his hair, like yanks his head around, like, okay, man, don't move, stop moving. The kid's not even doing anything. Don't resist. And all he's doing is checking. Can I check? Now it's ID. Okay, can I check your pockets? Make sure you have no guns. Now you want to search me. Well, it's for officer safety. Come on, man. Come on. 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 15-year-old kids, man. 16-year-old, 17-year-old kids. And they treat them like trash. And if they get out of line, they throw them to the ground. Now you got it. Now you got an an assault charge. Now you got it. I'm gonna they're gonna slap him with something. But if it would start with, why I don't need to give you my ID. What do you suspect me of doing? Once they know that you know the law to a certain degree, the police stop. They really do. They stop and say, well, wait a minute. This kid knows something. The minute you question them and say, wait a minute, I have rights. Now, they may not like it, but they're going to watch what they're doing. But if they walk up and say, hey, can I ID, and you just submit to everything, then they know they can do whatever they want with that kid, or with your wife, or with your husband, whoever it is in the family. You guys have to sit down and have to educate the family, not only because it's the right thing to do, but it's also a safe thing, and it can save their lives. Like, literally save their lives. Because whatever that kid is questioning that police officer in, if he's quoting the law, and that officer's going against that, it's a done deal. If he violates, see, this is another thing. Kids out there getting violated, getting their rights violated, young girls getting their rights. I mean, I seen a grown cop throw a young girl, 13, 14, on the pavement on her face. That was your daughter or my daughter. Come on, man. I would be so upset. But what happens is these kids are so scared of the police, they submit to everything, or they run. And running just justifies them to throw you to the ground. So we have to teach these kids, don't run. I mean, unless I hate to say it, but if they know they got warrants or something like that, then it's gonna be a wrap anyways. I understand, but I'm talking about kids are going to school. Your kid's a good kid. He's not getting in trouble. He's not out there running the streets. He's trying to get an education, and cops are rolling up on him and giving him a hard time. Wherever community you're from or where you're at, some communities are worse. The police are out there and harassing people. But there's good police out there too. I ain't talking about every police officer, but I'm talking about the majority of them. They're looking to get that kid or you or your wife, your husband on something. If they stop and pull you over, it's not because they're trying to, how you doing today? I hate to say you got to get that sticker, but don't worry about it. It's just a fixed ticket. Get it fixed, in a couple of days, and we're going to let you go, No, it's, do you have ID? Okay. Do you have anything in the car? Have you been drinking? Oh, you smell like weed. Do you smoke weed? They're fishing. They're trying to get you on something. And you have to know the law. Number one, you teach your kids, the minute a police officer rolls up, turn on that phone. Film that encounter. Because sometimes, and it's saved a lot of court cases where they turn that little thing off sometimes because they know they're going to do something. But if you're filming or one of their friends are filming, you guys are going to catch it all. There's so many lawsuits right now flying out in cities right now because people are finally realizing that you can't just stop me. You can't just question me. You can't just demand my license. You can't, stop, take away my rights. We have rights as citizens. And we have to fight back, guys. We have to teach our children how to encounter, and please take this serious. Sit down and ask them, okay, if I'm gonna play a police officer, you're gonna be, and you act like a cop. Okay, let me see your ID. Let me and have them, you know, will know and question things and see how that encounter goes. You know how police act, and they know how police act, but if we teach them, okay, this is what you say when a police officer asks, have them watch some videos. That would be great. Look at what this guy's doing. This he should not have done this. This, in fact, a lot of videos teach it right then and there. If you look at a lot of these Fourth Amendment lawyers that are on YouTube, great videos. And there's lawyers, Fourth Amendment lawyers that will fight for your rights. They just can't do that, and they could never do it. But nobody ever. We didn't stand up for our rights. We just didn't. We just didn't educate ourselves. But today we're understanding that we need to stand up for our rights, man. They will walk into your house if you let them. Can we come in? No, you can't come in because you say yes, come on in. They don't need a warrant. No, you can't come to my house without a warrant. Why? Because if you let them into your house, they can do anything. Walk around, look around. They can do it. And believe me, they're gonna find something to bust you with. And there's nothing you can say because you let them into your home. It's sad. It is. It's really sad that we can't trust the police like that. But they have done people like that. They have people that have made complaints, have actually went to jail. They're the ones that were the victims, actually went to jail because maybe the cop didn't like the attitude. And I'm telling you, but if you're upholding the law yourself and they're breaking the law and you know what they're doing because you educated yourself, you have a lawsuit. And believe me, they'll never go to your house again. Guaranteed. And not only that, but that officer can lose his job. And not only do you sue the city, you could sue that officer for breaking the color of law. Because there's things that he signed in the Constitution when he got the job, that he signed a contract. And see, if we don't know these things, then we don't teach them to our kids, and then we don't stand up for our own rights, then they're going to be walked on. And believe me, times are getting bad, man. As a believer, yes, sir. Thank you. I've always tried to, when I'm dealing with the police. All right, you're the police. All right, I get it. Okay, we'll. But I also like, hey, you're not going to just take away my rights. I'm going to treat you with respect. You treat me with respect. We're two grown men. And that should be okay. And if I'm not, and I call you a dick or call you a bad word, excuse me for my language, they think they could just take somebody. You can't take somebody to jail for cursing. You can't take somebody to jail for flipping you off. I mean, these police are off the chain. Well, I'll take you to jail if you don't do what I say. What? Yeah, if you don't give me your ID, I could take you to jail right now. No, they can't. You tell them you're going to take me to jail because I won't give you my ID? Yeah, if you don't tell me who you are, identify who you are, then that's am I in a crime? Did something happen here? No, I just want to know who you are. Why? For what? Listen, guys, please, and I say this with urgency, and I'll close with this. Please take the time to share with your children these things. Please share with your kids the importance. It can save their lives. Take the time. And if you agree with me, or if you have any questions, please address them in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. If you have some insight for me, or if you have a video or something that we can address, let's address it. And every time I speak on something, I always put something up on my Facebook or my Instagram or my YouTube. You can check, like especially here, you could check out the last 2 or 3 police videos I put up. are talking exactly about this, and I have videos to back it up to kind of show you the law, and so you can even show your family the importance of it, because some of these videos that I put up there for you guys, they're horrific. There's a 14-year-old kid get that has autism. They the cop said he was on drugs. Cop didn't know anything he was talking about, and all it shows is how they're so uneducated when it comes to dealing with the people that they're going to come in contact with, and that's their community. They're not getting out and talking to people. They're not getting out and meeting people. They're just driving around their cars and jacking people. That's all they're used to doing. When a police officer is supposed to get out and have some type of relationship with their community, how many would agree? I believe that a cop should be, 100% involved with his community, and that's the bottom line. So, okay, please leave a comment. Let me know that you guys are with me, or if you don't agree, please, I want to hear from you. I'm open, but I truly believe it's very important for your children to learn these things, because it can say not just black families or Mexican families, no no families. Period. People, humans are losing their lives. Okay, love you guys. And I always say, give me a kiss.